Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm Parry, and today I'm back with another one. It's Commentary Monday, so today I'm just going to talk about some things that are on my mind. Today I want to talk about why does music seem to suck now, or does it suck now? A lot of people tend to think it does, especially if you see online. There's a growing sentiment that music nowadays isn't quite hitting like it used to, and it kind of stinks a little bit, and it seems like we're in a bit of a down period. So I want to discuss why I think that is and whatnot. So to get into it, does music suck now? My answer to that is I think yes. It's definitely not as good as it has been in the past. Whether you want to talk about 2000s, 2010s, or earlier, it's definitely not as great. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, there are some good songs that come out here and there. I'm not saying there aren't any good songs, but it seems like there's just a lot of kind of there's a lot of mediocrity or worse out there, and I want to discuss what why do I think that goes on. So I think part of it, there's a few things. One, it seems like nowadays in 2026, it seems like everything is becoming kind of slopified with the advent of AI, and things are just becoming more low quality, and it seems like everything is also being super corporatized nowadays. Everything is being super kind of analytical and broke down to the point to where it feels less about the art and more about just making money, which I understand making money has been a big aspect of the music industry and things. I understand that, but it seems like more now than ever, there's such a laser focus on the details of how to maximize profits. And I think nowadays, with the current system of streaming services and apps like TikTok and short form content, I think things like that affect the music that's being put out nowadays, because a lot of the music is formulaically created to be algorithmically driven. So a lot of songs are created to figure out, okay, how are the streaming services going? How will these songs fit well with the streaming services? Like, will these songs do well? Will they get a lot of listens and whatnot? And you see that a lot of songs nowadays are shorter. You see that a lot of songs are barely even 3 minutes long, if that. There's a lot of 2-minute songs out there, because those songs, there's a few different things. I mean, streaming services incentivize shorter songs because the faster a song gets done playing, the faster you can get onto another song, which could be another streaming number and whatnot, and those numbers add up over time in the millions. So streaming services and with TikTok and things like that, songs are definitely incentivized to be shorter nowadays. I think also a thing that's been going on nowadays, it seems like there's a saturation of kind of unoriginal music. Nowadays everybody has access to a DAW, and anybody can make music, which I think is a good thing, and I think it should stay that way. But that comes with its own issues, and it seems like nowadays everybody's kind of recreating each other, and there's less original music out there, and there's a lot of just kind of slop that's just kind of unoriginal, and it doesn't make you feel much. So that definitely is too. Going back to how the companies and labels are really trying to maximize profit and stuff, because they're trying to do that, they also tend to play things safe, which is kind of boring and doesn't often create great music. And I think there's more an emphasis now than ever on maximizing profit, maximizing streams and whatnot, to the point to where I think it's choked down on the artistry of music, to the point to where we're just not getting great music anymore. And plus AI, now that AI is a thing, that makes it even worse, because now we're going to have a bunch of AI songs. We're going to have a bunch of songs that are probably, the lyrics are probably going to be written by AI, and so there's probably going to be even less connection there, and the songs are probably going to be less interesting as we go forward. And so it'll be interesting to see where things go from there. You know, whether things continue to get worse, would they kind of stabilize, would they get better at all? I don't know, but it's definitely interesting to think about. So I definitely think there's a lot of things you can look at that would point to music not being as good as it was. And you know, time will tell on what direction it will continue to go. But I think that's all of the thoughts that I have for now on this. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know. Like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see you next time. I'm Perry, and I'm out. See ya.